Hey guys, it's Eddie the Magic Monk. Welcome to another phaser tutorial. You can see so far we have a game where we can start the game with a main menu and we can shoot some enemies and we can get some score, and there's a bit of high score, and the game ends when I touch an enemy. So I'm just going to touch an enemy to end this game. Okay, so now we have a high score of 60, but a game with just score and shooting and that without any sound is sort of boring. So we want to explore how to add a bit of sound. So the first thing we want to decide is what kind of sound we want. So let's browse the phaser examples to see what sound they have. So you can see I am at examples.phaser.io/assets/ and there's a folder called audio, and then there's a folder called sound effects, and feel free to go through these and see what kind of sound you want. For this tutorial, I want to use the blaster sound. So if you want to see what it sounds like, you can click blaster, and that's what it sounds like. So I'm going to copy the address of this blaster, and then you want to load it into your level. So you're going to edit your game state, which is the state 2, and I'm going to insert that into our level. So to do that, you will simply type in so I'm going to put in a bit of comment, load the sound into the game, and the code for that is game.add.audio. So we're loading the audio into our game, and you need a name for the sound. So I'm going to call it Blaster, and I'm going to paste the address, and that's it. So this will load the audio into our game. Okay, so let's save it. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to then import it. We want to then load it in the create function, because this is simply importing the file. You haven't said anything about how often you want to play it, the sound level, things like that. So you want to set all those in the create function. So let's now bring that sound onto our level, and before we do that, you need to create a variable to contain the sound in. So I'm going to create a variable on the outside, and I'm going to call it variable blaster. Okay, because this sound is going to be called blaster, and I'm going to put it into my level. So I'm going to go blaster equals game.add.audio. So this will actually add it into our game, and I'm going to add the sound that we imported earlier called blaster, and I'm going to put that into this blaster variable. Okay, so now that it's in the blaster variable, when are we going to play it? Okay, so that is a very important question. So you guys have to decide exactly when I want to play the blaster. When I press the space bar, that's when I want to play it. So let's go down to where you press the space bar, and where is that? That is where the fire key is down. Okay, because the fire key, we have set that to the space bar. Where is the fire key? Fire key is the space bar. So when the fire key is pressed, that's when we want to play the audio. So in order to play the audio here, we just need to type in blaster, because that is the name of the variable, dot play, the play method, because it is an audio variable, as we have declared already game.add.audio, so we can now use the play method. So let's save this and see if it does play. So refresh the game, press enter. No sound. No sound. Let's try to upload this and see if it does play. Now I saw a very big mistake already, and that is we're currently in lesson 11, not lesson 10. So let's see that. Awesome. It is definitely playing. So let's try to change some settings. You can see that the blaster is kind of loud. So to change that, you can put a little comma, and number 1 is the default volume. So if you save that and refresh, it is the exact same volume, but if you want to lower it, let's put 0.5 and see what happens. Not as loud. Okay, so if you put 0.1, that should definitely be not very loud. Barely hear the sound. So it's up to you guys how loud you want the sound to be in your game. 0.5. So let's add a bit of sound for when the bullet hits the enemy. Okay, so let's use the sound for explosion, which is this one. Explosion, and oops. And let's put that into our game. So I'm going to go game.load.audio, and I'm going to put the explosion sound as the address, and I'm going to change the name to explosion. And then I'm going to declare a variable called explosion. Oops, explosion. And I'm going to call this the blaster sound, the explosion sound variable, the blaster sound variable. Okay, and then I'm also going to insert it into the game. So we got explosion equals game.add.audio, explosion 0.5, not too loud. Don't want to scare ourselves here. And now I want to decide when to play the explosion. So where is the blowing up function? It is down here. Code for bullet destroying enemy. So I'm going to play the explosion here. I will go, what is it again? Explosion.play. Okay, and that should play the sound for the explosion. Isn't that simple? Phaser makes it very simple for us. So if we save that, refresh the game, and you can see that if the bullet hits the enemy, there's an explosion sound. Okay, so it is definitely working. Awesome. All right, let's put on some background music. So again, let's go to our phaser examples, and let's try and find some music. And the music we want to play, let's try this song here. Okay, so let's try that song there. So again, you're going to load it into your game. So let's just put in here game.load.audio, and let's put in the song, background song music. Let's just call it song, and let's copy the address. Okay, so that's awesome. And then we're going to play that song. So let's just create another variable for song, backgrounds music, and then I'm going to play that. So under the create function, I just go song equals game.add.audio, and I'm going to add the song. Again, this is definitely going to be not as loud, so 0.2. And then I can just play it straight away because it's a background music. So song.play. Okay, so let's save that. And let's refresh the game. Press enter. What's going on? It's loading the music. So you can see there is now music in the background, and then there's also shooting as well. Not sure if you can hear the music. I'll turn it up a bit. So you can probably hear the music now. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.